Somers finally after lockdown. It's a beautiful day. It's supposed to be 21, 10 to 15 knots. Although, unfortunately, I think I'll have to sail by myself because we're still not allowed to sail with our crews. Anyway, You Could Be Mine is on the back there. She's getting towed down for the first time. We'll have the 14 coming eventually as well. But yeah, I just wanted to get the 16 down and get that rigged up today, make sure it was all good for racing next week. We'll have a tune-up race next week, which will be good. Alright. Just coming into Somers now. Beautiful day. Looking forward to it. Why did I choose Somers Yacht Club? Well, main reason because there's a whole bunch of Hobies there, so that's a good thing. But also because it's just a beautiful little seaside town on the Mornington Peninsula, you know, Western Port Bay. As you can see, we're out in the countryside, just paddocks around everywhere, no cars. You know, I enjoy sailing at Port Melbourne Yacht Club too, but it's a little bit more industrial sailing, like you have the city backdrop, and then obviously, you know, having to get through all the traffic, whereas Somers is definitely more rural. And as you'll see as we come into town in a sec, it's just very, very slow. You know, some people out having a ride. As I said, over here you've got the beautiful old homestead, which I actually haven't been in to see yet, but might do that one day. You can see the Lord Somers camp here. Again, haven't really been in there. And yeah, this is the main drag of Somers. As you can see, very, very, just a little coastal town, holiday place really. Lots of nice people, beautiful properties, and of course some pretty champagne sailing. Anyway, I'm gonna go because I'm just gonna get this boat hooked up, and yeah, we'll be back with some more for Alright, we're going sailing, folks. You Could Be Mine, ready to roll. Alright folks, we're finally out on the water, so hopefully we got a bit of thing. So welcome aboard You Could Be Mine, HOBIE CAT 16. Out by myself today, just because everyone else isn't here. We might just try a quick little tack. Oh, good. Disaster here. Not a disaster, we just lost the back of our rudder there. Right, I think we're good now. Let's see. Oops, that's not good. Bit rusty, folks. Alright, here we go. Beautiful. of a YouTube test today. We haven't really gone into setting up the boat. We'll go into that in a few other videos, like once we get back into racing. Today's obviously the first time back out in the water. So we're just gonna cruise, no crew on board. So yeah, it should be pretty nice. Sails look pretty good. We just had them repaired. What else? Some new shit on the side. But overall, we crank, mate. Alright, so what can you expect from the channel coming up? Well, obviously we normally race, so as I said, just because we've been locked down, we're finally allowed to go back out sailing again. So yeah, once we get back to racing, we'll be bringing you live racing from the boat. You know, some training and stuff. I guess today's video is a little bit about how you would sail by yourself. I actually grew up sailing on a 14 turbo, so I'm actually pretty familiar with how to sail these boats. And yeah, like I said, all G. One of the other 16s coming up here on the side. Should get a bit of wind here, get the hulls up. Might even go back behind them and follow them. But yeah, nice little breeze. There we go, isn't that nice? Seems to be going well. I might try a tack. Now generally when you're tacking by yourself, you got to control the jib and the main. So I'm actually going to leave the jib on a little bit just to help with the noses round, and then as you'll see I'll release it and go around the other side. So let's try a tack. We'll come in off the wire as we actually tack. So 3, 2, 1, push the tiller away. As I'm coming in, slowly let off that. Keep the rudders horseshoed so we're not directly turning. Get around, swap the jib over, and that's pretty much it. Bring the power back on. Here she comes, and we'll jump back out on the wire. Hopefully this one's about the right length for me. And there we go. Back out on the other side. Nice little reach here by the looks of it. Bring the power on and keep the boat forward. Alright, lovely. A bit more weight forward. Just making sure that everything is cranking, but it seems to be. Sixteen's much more comfy. Woo! There's a nice hull fly there. We'll just keep it going. Again, when we fly the hull, just trying to keep it see if we can keep her up. Come on, girl. There we go. So just trying to keep the power in the sail. You can see there she goes as we bear off. But yeah, pretty safe. I mean, as long as you know how to work that sail, you can keep those noses up. I mean, sorry, the side up, and we'll do it again. Slowly work the main as it kind of gets going, but bring our weight in a bit. Just keeping the hull out of the water, like that. That's lovely. Absolutely lovely. Champagne sailing, as Joe would say from Wild Wind. But sorry, Joe, it's all down here in Somers, Australia at the moment, mate. Look at that. And we'll just keep her cranking. That's it. Come on, girl. Bring me up again. Come on. Nice, probably steady 10 knots, I think, at the moment. Nothing more. There we go. So again, as we fly the hull, we just keep the power, you can see, kind of working the main, just trying to keep it as smooth as possible, and then yeah, bring it back down with the weight. And there we go. All right, well, I think let's jump in and we'll head downwind and go back the other way. So we're just going to let our traveller out, bringing the jib out as well as we come down. I might just do a check on the camera and make sure that we're actually recording, which I believe we might be.